Yeah, we are live.
Hello, how's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for joining us right here on AFORadio.com. Happy Friday, I am Mag, and that's Darren Tay from An Honest Mistake. Now, Darren, you should
Woohoo.
be like fresh, happy, excited, full of adrenaline after your whole listening party yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was kind of an unplanned thing. I figured, okay, let's just do something fun. Just put it on Instagram Live. Yeah, so I broadcasted from home. From the laptop, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the new track just dropped today, and along with a bunch of really, really cool tracks, and all of which that I've added into a playlist that I've made called New Malaysian Releases, which everybody should check out. So yeah, man, it's Friday. As Max said earlier on, before we went live, or clicked the live button, I have a good hair day. All right, my hair looks good, and right now you can only see my head. Like it looks like I'm naked, but I'm not. I'm wearing a tank top. It's just got a low collar.
Yeah,
But
his hair
yeah,
does look so good today, man. It's like he
yeah,
got up, he felt good, he washed his hair, he blew his hair. It's like
exactly.
total opposites. I also just wash my hair, but my hair after wash, right, it becomes like whoop, like the whole
Yeah, you need to blow dry it. That's the secret.
yeah, I don't have all the time in the world to blow dry my hair. Every time I do it, I'm like, why does it take me so long to blow dry my hair? This is like a complete waste of time. But nevertheless, uh, go out and blow dry your hair so that it can look like Darren Tay. Okay?
Yeah, and now that some, like, the salons are all open now, so you guys, the ones who are brave, okay, y'all can go and cut your hair, get your hair like dried properly, and all that kind of stuff.
Style
So
as much as you are
yeah,
looking pampered, lah.
exactly.
All right, so of course on Pop Up Stage every Friday we bring you some of the latest release, locally and regionally as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course today is no different. And we kick off the show with Bulletin Board, where we take a look at what are the songs that have been released over the past week. Now Darren says that normally at the end of the month, sure got a lot on. So let's check it out.
Yeah. So because it's also Merdeka month, our national day is coming up on Tuesday, which is great because it's a holiday, right? So
Does it
there's just
make
a
any
bunch.
difference?
It doesn't make any difference, yeah, but at least you don't have to worry about work, right? So yeah, let's check out a couple of tracks. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna play the first track right now. It's by my band. It's called All Over Again, which you guys should definitely check out because we are not so happy anymore. So it's a little bit darker. Let's check it out. This is called All Over Again.
I do it all over again. It's late at night, I can't sleep, I've been thinking about you. Bed is empty, I don't know what I'd do without you. These thoughts running through my head, so many things were left unsaid. I keep blaming myself for what we could have been. All the meaningless fights I only wanted to win. And after all is said and done, I'm left with scars and nowhere to run. I can't deny it, I can't deny it. If I could turn back.
All right. You guys can go on and listen to the entire track, but if you guys like that one, it's on the playlist that I've just created. And yeah, add it to your own playlist too. Yeah, Meg, what do you think about that song?
I really like it, but then I am a big fan of An Honest Mistake anyway. Your music makes me happy for some reason. Like I said, like it doesn't matter the genre as long as the songs sound good and I can listen to it. I just enjoy it. So congratulations on the release. I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. All
Although
right,
we're
so
not
now
very happy again, but we will be someday.
all right, so we've got a couple of crazy tracks, collabs and stuff, of course, geared towards National Day as well. This one is quite different. It's by Athalia, Diana, Daniel, and Shalma Iliana. All right, let's check it out. It's called We Live to Give. Simon Webb. Wow, Simon Webb from Blue.
Wow.
Yeah, Ashraf Nasir. All right, so I know who's
Is
behind this. Okay,
is this a
Brian B.
universal thing?
I reckon it
Or
is. I reckon it is.
are
Okay,
we
let's
gonna
check it
get
out.
silenced for playing the
Okay.
song?
Let me just check it out. Okay, let me just check it out real quick.
Suddenly
Uh,
muted.
yeah. Then let's skip that then. But it's a good track, all right? I'll just play you a tiny little snippet, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably Simon Webb, right? Okay, 6 seconds. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. We don't want to get muted, but it's cool. Let's check this next one out by this band called Here Comes July. I think they're a ska punk band. It's called Suara Malaysia. Okay, the voice of Malaysia. Let's go.
Wow.
Wow, it's very EDM-ish.
Bersatu merasa pahit, bersatu merasa manis, melangkah ke hadapan bersama, berjanji untuk kita akan menang. Biru perpaduan negara,
Oh, nice.
Nice. It's got a very Indonesian vibe to it, but it's a Malaysian track.
Sama je lah.
Semangat yang terus membara, bangkit semua, kita naikkan bersama, kibarkanlah jalur gemilang kita.
Very cool. Very nice. It's such a cool track. You know, it's got that festive vibe to it.
It sounds
and I
so
think,
shocked to listen to during Merdeka, right?
right? Yeah. I mean, like, of all the great, like, Merdeka songs that we have, you know, I think it's about time that we modernize it a little bit by inserting all these songs. Because
I think it's been a long time since we had a really good one. You know, it's always
Yeah.
very
traditional and very orchestral.
yeah.
But yeah, I think we should modernize things, you know, just like the guys in Singapore, you know, the National Day Parade every year is crazy, and it's always featuring some of the coolest artists from Singapore, you know. I mean, like, here I don't remember ever seeing anything major like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's cool.
All
Let's
I
check
want to
out
say is I used to work in a government radio station where we used to have to play patriotic songs every hour after the news. I wish we had more tracks like this, you know, then you actually get all pumped up to listen to it, and then you'll be singing along with it, and it kind of does ignite that sense of patriotism in you as well, because you're listening to it and feeling it, you know. So yeah.
Cool. Let's check this next one out. This is by Bangface, and Bangface, of course, you know, they're one of the
Wow.
biggest pop punk bands in Malaysia. This one's an acoustic track, but it's 6 minutes and 28 seconds long. I have not heard it yet, so let's just preview about a minute in, and you know, for the rest of it, y'all can go check it out. Okay, let's listen. Oh, nice.
31 bulan 8 57. Perjuangkan, pertahankan tanah airku. Impian aku gemilang baru, satu suara laukan merdeka, bangkit semua demi negara, selamanya kita merdeka. Sayangi Malaysiaku, sayangi
Very cool, very
Malaysiaku, tanah airku.
Wow, what a cool track, man. Makes me want to, like, you know, continue listening.
Absolutely. So brilliantly done. I
Yeah.
mean, wow. I think
Yeah.
I'm just glad that, you know, our artists are actually putting in the effort to come out with tracks to show their love for the nation, and, you know,
Mhm.
in their own way. You know, you're expressing
Yeah.
it your own way.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's true. I think we'll play one last one. This is by a jazz, like I won't say jazz rock, but they're just a mixture of like show tunes, Motown and everything. This is the band called FAZZ, okay, Faz. I will call them Faz, but they call themselves Faz. So this track is called Soon. Let's check it out. Wow.
Sounds so magical. Like
Yeah.
Curry leaves bittersweet, I couldn't handle its softer taste. Willow trees withered leaves, they reminded me of my tooth decay. Silky sweet melody, I think of you in unexpected ways. Tainted sleeves won't go to waste, and then you walked away. Always in my mind you stay. Always in my mind you never shy away. I wonder why.
Cool. I mean, that track just gave me the chills, you know what I mean? Like it's a cool track. They are such great performers live and amazing like musicians, recording in the studio as well. I mean, that felt like again, it could be a soundtrack for a movie.
the movie, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that vibe as well.
Yeah,
Pretty
it
cool.
felt like I mean, it didn't feel like a Disney song, but it felt like it could belong in a Disney film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
All
yeah,
right.
cool.
So there you go. The track's on bulletin board this afternoon. And before we end the show, we'll give you a couple more tracks to go check out over the weekend. If you have not heard of any of these tracks and you want to explore more, if you just joined us, you can rewatch this video, or you can actually head on to Darren's playlist on Spotify. Okay. But for now, it's time for us to bring on our guest. Darren, who do you have today?
She is one of the biggest things right now in Asia. I mean, if you guys don't know her yet, I mean, you probably would have seen her videos and her all the short reels and TikTok and all these kinds of cool stuff. She is just crazy on stage. And I first met her, I heard about her in 2019 when I was in Bangkok. And then in 2020, we were actually in Japan together for a music conference, and she was there, and we had met and we talked. We stayed in the same hotel. And, then when we got back, all her tracks just started just exploding. And I was like, man, this is some crazy stuff, because I saw her perform live and I was just blown away, with the entire set, the visuals, the songs, every single thing about it is just so good and so well thought out. So, we're gonna bring her on, and because she just dropped her brand new EP, we're gonna talk about that as well. So let's bring on PYRA, everybody. Woo!
What's
Hey,
up?
PYRA. Welcome to the show. How's it going? How are you?
I am good. I am becoming an indoor cat. Yeah. How's that?
I think we all are right about now. You said that you guys have been at home for about 3 months now.
Yeah, that's I think we're in the most severe COVID phase, just like you guys. Yeah. So I'm just really shit scared and trying to be indoor.
So what
Yeah.
have you been up to in the past 3 months being at home?
I'm 3 months ago. I really don't know what I can be doing right at home, because there's I cannot go out and shoot and anything, no music video action. So I ended up just start making content on TikTok. and then I started making my own music video on my iPhone. Yeah. So like from the
Nice.
mega production you guys see, like I'm now on TikTok, I'm now on a lot on Instagram Reels, and I'm like my recent Paper Promises music video is self-shot and directed, like me and a
Wow.
tripod at home. Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant.
That's the beauty of having a really good phone, right? So
Yeah.
Apple, y'all need to sponsor PYRA, okay? If y'all need an endorsee,
know.
PYRA is the person.
I know. I've been waiting, Apple. Come on.
You need to send them all your videos and tell them this was shot on your phone. What else are you waiting for?
They know me. I don't know what they're waiting for. I'll keep on waiting.
You're gonna keep on waiting. Eventually, it'll come your way for sure.
Yep.
So
All right.
yeah,
Yeah, Darren,
Mac,
go
on,
ahead.
go. No, you go ahead.
Okay, so PYRA, how did you get started in this career of yours? I mean, as a musician, how did you get started?
Okay. I'm not sure when did I first like got started, because I did a few projects before becoming solo under PYRA. But my first paid job was when I was 9 years old. 9 years old, and I get to sing the
Wow.
National Mother's Day anthem in Thailand.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the first paid gig ever. But the PYRA project is, I think, 5 years now. Yeah.
Okay. You say the PYRA project. So walk us through what this is. I mean, what is the PYRA project?
PYRA project is my solo project under like my name, but previously I was in a band and I was like, finding myself and all that. But then I'm a house cat. I don't work with people so well, so I prefer being like going solo is easier and faster.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, because I mean, when you're solo and when you're doing everything on your own, you call the shots, and you don't really need to consult anybody else except yourself.
True that.
Yeah, and you just make all the decisions yourself. Just like my post rock project that I did. I didn't have to consult anybody else. I just did it within a week. Put out 5 tracks. So, that's the beauty of just doing things on your own.
Yeah, I mean, and you even fight with your boyfriend and girlfriend and your family member, and this is your bandmate who's like not even blood related. Of course, you're gonna fight with them, right? So going solo is way easier.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, so Darren told me that, on stage, PYRA is a completely different person. But in person, when you meet her, she's so different as well. So there are 2 different personalities. So what does it take to become PYRA?
Is that for Darren or is that for me?
No, that's for you. That's for you.
Depends. Does Darren become PYRA when the light goes out?
I don't know. I feel like I get to become someone I look up to on stage. I become the best version of myself when I'm on stage. But then when I'm not on stage, I'm like this like really boring auntie at home, like not combing my hair, not wearing makeup, like an absolutely different person, and like I'm like a super introverted person. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I juggle like these 2 different personalities too, but then I somehow did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's the beauty of it. Like, being on stage, you can kind of become somebody
wanna
else.
be. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really pretending, it's just putting on a good show, because then that is where your art is, because you are creating, a separate person from your true self. And that's what the beauty of music and performance is. Yeah, Mac, go on.
I like the way she said it though. She becomes the best version of herself when she goes on stage, So wow, I never looked at it that way, because a lot of people are like that. You're really introverted, but when you have to step out, you're a completely different person. So I've never seen it that way, but very well put. So, what gives you the confidence to be that person on stage when you step on stage?
It's more like do or die. Like if you fucked up this show, then like you might lose a lot of fans and people might get that image of you forever, because a lot of the time people don't watch show twice, right? You don't get to
Yeah.
see like
Mm.
David Bowie twice. And could be the same for PYRA. If PYRA is shit the first time, then there's probably not gonna come
No
to my
second
second
time.
show, right?
Hmm. All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's actually a very very good what's that like
Metaphor.
what is the word? It's a
Example?
good value. It's a good value to kind of like hold, like
Yeah.
as an artist, you want to always be the best every single show, regardless whether it's big or small, because for example, like the show in Japan that you played, considerably, it's kind of a small little show, but it was a killer performance, and everybody who was there enjoyed it, and I'm sure if you were to play like a 50,000 seater show, it'd probably be even more massive, and in
Yeah.
that tiny little show, everybody who knew you, who came to watch you, they were so impressed. And I guess it's kind of like a value that all artists should hold, rather than like, it's a small show, I don't have to put in effort, so yeah.
Yeah, because people actually, like drive out of home or like took
Yeah.
a cab to come and see you. So no matter if it's like one person or 50,000 people, you still have to deliver the same
Yeah.
kind of energy.
Absolutely.
Because and the thing is, you never know who is in like that 10-person show
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
watching you. It could be like
Exactly.
the owner of a big record label or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you do your best regardless of the situation, because that's
Mhm.
just who you are and should be all the time. Now, your
Mhm.
music is a bit of a mix of everything. So how did you create the sound? How did you develop it?
Okay, so I would credit my producer as well. So because the previous EP called Better Being Surya, it's self-produced in my bedroom, like this geek producer. And the next the fucking bad project is like a bigger step because I actually got a really big like Grammy nominated team of producer writer. I did this in LA,
Nice.
and yeah, people are like so professional and they're just so good at what they do and they just help me out because being a good producer you must bring the best out of your artist and also like something that the artist themselves didn't know they have, but the
Mm.
producer needs to bring that out. Yeah, and I think they did that pretty well.
All
Yeah, they
right.
definitely did, because every single
Mhm.
track, is, there's a lot of similarities, but there's also that distinction in each track as well, and each of them really showcased, your ability to do everything, to sing, to write, and different styles, and yeah, that is true. A good producer will bring out the best in the artist. Yeah,
Mhm.
No, of course,
I just had
if
to say
you're
it.
just joining us this afternoon, welcome to Pop Up Stage. This afternoon, we go regional and we're speaking to Pyra from Bangkok at the moment. And if you do have any questions that you'd like to ask her or show her some love, please do so. You can actually drop it down in the comment section below. Now, Darren says that every track on your album has a lot of sass, but the track Yellow Fever kind of stands out the most. How did you come up with that?
It's I think I would call it like the punk attitude because
Mm,
the previous EP, Better Beings, were yeah, it's like more like self healing EP. I have this like depression, and then I was trying to get myself out of depression, and I did got myself out of depression after that EP, and now it's like okay, this girl have strength now to
Mm.
fight for someone else and not just herself. So how would I
mm,
give something back to the world? So I would so like the way I picked is okay, I would protect the people or stand up for them and speak for the people who are still weak like myself before.
Mm.
Yeah, so yellow fever is actually it comes from my like anger because being a Thai woman, like a lot of the time the foreign men insensitive of culture sometimes always ask you this question like, are you a lady boy? Like maybe they
Mm.
know you're not, but in the end like we're famous for having gender equality.
Yeah.
Somehow they made this a joke, and I find it like very annoying because this is something that should be respected, but and should be
Absolutely.
followed because Thailand have really high gender equality and it's amazing, right? But then
Yep.
they made this joke in which I was irritated because it was made by my own friend. Yeah,
Oh,
and he's
Right.
like so damn smart.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm super disappointed that this smart friend of mine is very insensitive of
Hmm.
our culture.
Yeah.
So I wrote this song.
Does he know that he inspired the song?
No, I don't want to tell him. I mean, he's my good friend. Damn it.
But yeah, I mean, like when I saw that track, like the promo and all that, I was like yellow fever because I know exactly what it means, and it's very common in Asian culture, and I guess maybe a little bit more intense, when people, like who are less sensitive to cultures and stuff, when they say these kinds of things. Yeah, so when I heard it, I just had to listen to it, and I'm like, man, this is such a powerful song, you know, because like even the music video itself, it's just crazy good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. So now that we know what inspired Yellow Fever, what normally inspires you to write?
Sadness, like disappointment. Usually, like the dark things, the thing that I cannot express to the general public or even to
Okay.
my close friends. Yeah, because some of the time people don't want to listen to your bullshit, right? And I don't want to like give negativity or rant to my best friend because it's just like giving out negativity.
Mm.
So I choose to do that in my song instead, but then I sugarcoat it with like this bubblegum candy pop visual, like which is very fantasy surreal, so that
Yep.
it could just like balance out the darkness in the song itself.
That's true.
That's a very good strategy though, because when people look at the visual, they're like, "Oh, this is nice." It's bright, it's vibrant, it's full of life. But then the message behind the song is completely the opposite, isn't it?
And I live by that principle on my daily, like in my daily routine too. Like I eat super healthy, like a lot of greens, but then I would just like order fried chicken at McDonald's to balance it out. That's like how I live my life.
I think for all of us, it be the opposite because we'll have like all the unhealthy food, and then we'll add a little bit of salad to balance it all out.
Yeah, that's to make ourselves feel good, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I've
exactly.
been so unhealthy, so I'm gonna have a bit of salad just so I can balance things out.
Correct. Oh wow. Okay, so you are this person with so much attitude, so much swag. Were you always like this? Because you just said, by yourself, you're actually this very personal person. You like to be by yourself, you're like this little auntie. So where does this come together? Or how does this come together?
Mm, I think when I was in grade school, I was this big nerd. Like my parent is very conservative, and I was pretty much like an outcast ish. Yeah, in high school you would call that. But then I kind of have this like I became a rebel when I was like 13, and then my mom started getting really angry because I don't listen to her anymore. But then I didn't give a damn anyways because I believe that I'm right. So I think I kind of slowly built that confidence, and me hanging out with a lot of male friends too, like it probably gave me like that kind of more like manly-ish attitude to myself. People always call me like the cool girl, but I never feel like I'm a cool girl because I don't dress up like that much unless I'm on stage,
Mm.
and I don't talk to people. I'm just there existing, but people see that as cool. Yeah, so I think it's up to the public's eye to judge me, I guess. But me, Pyra, I think I'm like the auntie. I'm the auntie.
That's so funny. Darren, anything else you'd like to ask?
Well, no, I think it's pretty cool, that I think I've said it earlier before, that it feels like when I first knew you, you were kind of like a different person, and then just seeing how everything is right now with your music and all the content that you've been putting out, it's like two different worlds. But I guess, like I said earlier on as well, I think it's cool, and I really like the direction that things are going for you, and I'm really really happy, where it's going to, because like the people here in Malaysia, especially from the labels, they were like a couple of months back, they were talking to me about you, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, because your music is being pushed out everywhere as well, so that's actually a really good thing. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know people in Malaysia know about me, but that's awesome. Awesome news.
Yeah, if they don't know about you, they should, and they should
Yeah.
really watch this right now and find out, who you really are.
Yeah, listen to Darren, guys.
Okay, so you just released a brand new EP. Tell us more about this.
So this EP is called Fucking Bad Part 1, and there's like gonna be Fucking Bad Part 2 and maybe a deluxe or a Part 3. And it's I think people would call it like a hyper pop genre. And like the thing holding all this different genre in my EP together is the message. I call my music dystopian pop because it's really dark, but then it's like sugar coated, so it's pop. Yeah, it's about our really dark world. Like some songs like Yellow Fever is about feminism, and Bangkok is about the politics and the rally for democracy in Thailand. And Paper Promises, my focus track right now, is about war and politics. And it's so funny because I finished all these tracks maybe a year or two, but when I start dropping them, like all these news start happening. Like when I start dropping Yellow Fever, like the Taliban start attacking Afghanistan again. And it's exactly what I talk about. Like the first line goes, all the houses up in flame. Innocents die, but who should take the blame? So when I was writing that song, I was thinking about the Afghan war with the US, and now it's happening again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like you predicted the future.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah. Like,
Can you
a lot
write
of the
something when the
article called me
pandemic ends?
Nostradamus. When the pandemic ends?
Yeah, can you write something that talks about the pandemic ending? Maybe then we can all go out again.
Oh, right. If I were to predict, I think it would take 5 to 7 years for this.
Oh,
to
no.
end. Yeah. You will see it happen. But
Okay,
we
so
can
what's
go out. We can go out next year.
Yeah.
what's your favorite track from the whole E EP?
My favorite track in all my EP is the track that is not promoted. I always like the harder tracks, and this time is Suicide Spirits. It's the last track on my EP.
Yeah.
Why?
Because okay, frankly speaking, the label will always pick the most pop track, and you kind of need like a pop track, because they need to get their investment back.
Yeah.
But then the tracks that artists are most themselves, and they don't have to think so much about like the structure, is probably like the track that they wouldn't choose as a focus track. And you are more free to do whatever you like in these kind of tracks.
And what inspired that song? Why do you feel it so much?
It's about me winning over my depression. So it's really weird, guys. The story is like pretty interesting. So I was writing my previous EP to battle with my depression, right? But then this one night I have this lucid dream, the first and the last time in my life. And in that dream I was in my own house, but there's this like one other girl, like a bit smaller than me, and she's cute, and my family thought that this girl is my best friend. But the thing is, like, she appear nice to all my family, but she actually is torturing me and like bullying me and limiting all my kind of freedom. And I feel like really, I feel so much anxiety and anger and madness and like frustration against this particular girl. And then suddenly I realized that this is my dream. I can control my dream. And then I pull out this big sword, like from out of thin air, like from this frame, like I pull it out like that, and then I slash her, like I cut her into pieces, cut her arms off, her legs off, and then there's this new shot that I kill her with some other methods. 3 times I killed her, and then I woke up, and my depression is gone forever until now.
Right.
So I think this girl is a representation of my frustration and my depression. And I
Mm,
killed her in my dream. And then she's gone in reality as well.
right.
Yeah. This is my track, Suicide Spirits, my favorite track from Bugging Bad Part 1.
Yeah. Man, like what an inspirational track, you know what I mean? And to have that kind of like, I guess, life-changing moment, I think it's crazy. Yeah, because like the
I know, it's so weird.
representation, yeah, like the representation in the dream, like the way that you just destroyed this being, you know, and how it translated to you, just just like that. You woke up and it's all gone, right? Man, like it's
It could be
really,
a
really cool.
movie. Someone
Yeah,
should please make a movie about this.
yeah,
Out of
it should
this.
be. It should be,
You know?
because the thing is, I remember seeing like a couple of movies like recently about stuff like that. That's a little bit more like dystopian and sci-fi ish. This could actually be a movie. Yeah, you get the label to pitch it, okay?
I'm just curious, is the music video like that? Or do you have a music video yet for the song?
I don't think we're gonna do a video for this song, but all my other music video are pretty wild, like my dream.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty.
but
It's all surreal. It's all surreal.
yeah. I mean, like, who needs a music video when you can make a movie out of this?
Mhm.
Like the idea itself, man. Like, I think it's so cool. I mean, I also like the fact that you actually chop the person up into pieces. I mean, not that I am morbid that way, but because I like the movie, like, and the entire series. Saw is just crazy good.
Mhm.
I don't like gore and horror films. But Saw somehow, just caught my attention. Not the I like it for the idea behind it, and the theme of people not appreciating life, and stuff like that. So I don't know, this sounds like it could be one of those. But of course, tackling the idea, man, I can already imagine and see it.
It's definitely gory for sure. A lot of
Yeah.
blood.
And Thai filmmakers are some of the like craziest horror filmmakers, right? So
Oh, we're super good with thriller and horror.
yeah, exactly. Do it.
I want to do
Thai
it. Yeah.
film producers, directors, please make a movie out of PYRA's dream, okay? Because it's a great
Okay, I
song.
will tell them.
Yeah. Cool. Meg, I think you wanted to say something?
Oh, I'm good. Okay, so right now, we know that every single track on your EP has very strong messages. So, how do you see yourself as an influence to society where you are right now?
I see myself. Actually, I plan. My life goal is to become an activist when later in my 40s. It's like a later thing because now I need and want to do music. But this music career will potentially pave my way there too. Yeah, by putting all this like activism message in my music and even in my content, like all the videos are about that. More like edutainment because the younger generation really have short attention span. So I
Yep.
have to think how do I, educate people in a fun way. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's exactly what I'm doing.
The generation of instant gratification, isn't it?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm just curious though. In a predominantly Thai industry, how do you see yourself fit into the whole thing since your music is mostly in English? How do you
Um,
cross that barrier?
I never see myself as like a Thai artist, and I never dream to become successful in my own country because to me it means
Nice.
nothing.
Mm,
To me, I feel like I I want I want to play in the global game because the local
Yep.
game is too small for me and it's not
yeah.
challenging enough. Like I have this like super big aspiration and all that. So I never, plan to become big in Thailand. Because the thing is if you become big in Thailand, you can never become big globally.
Over.
The
Yeah.
trend is
Mm.
just so different in Southeast Asia and in the
Yep.
world. So it doesn't work that way. And to me, I recently like found out when I have this big break on how do I navigate in Thailand, and that is through TikTok.
Mm.
Like I never have this big fame in the general like with the general public before,
Mm.
but I do have it after being locked in my home for 3 months in lockdown. Like the first time I went out, like this waitress in a random restaurant like know me, and then like I went to buy this new chair, and then like the salesman knows me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm in my mask, how do you remember me? And he's like, oh, it's your tattoo.
Uh-huh.
This is the fame that TikTok gave me. It's like the general public actually knows the super artsy Pyra now. Yeah, it is so weird and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely is awesome. The fact that he recognized you from your tattoos. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think like TikTok has kind of like changed a lot of people's lives, like a lot of people have blown up from TikTok, like some of like MGK's artists, that he works with now, I mean, and Travis Barker actually, a lot of them are actually TikTokers, and now he's like Travis Barker is the producer for these guys, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, TikTok for the past year or so, everybody's been talking about it. Like the music industry experts are saying TikTok is the way to go. TikTok is the next big step, and I never understood it. Like, I still don't, to be honest, because I'm like, trying and doing like content, playing guitar solos over like like mainstream tracks here in Malaysia and stuff, and I didn't get anything. So I don't know, what it is, if there's a formula to it and stuff, and but yeah, I mean, it's great that TikTok has kind of helped you, like build your career, I guess
There is a
globally.
formula to it, Darren. There is definitely a formula to it. And I believe that every successful TikToker knows this formula. And you can just search it up, like all the TikTok algorithm. I think if
Mm.
you don't want to waste your time, you need to study the algorithm because like 1 second of video or 2 second of like the video length could matter in like 100,000 views.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool.
To make
Yeah,
me
so I need
happy.
to go and check that out.
You need to. Everybody needs to if they want to go big on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that your EP is out, what do you hope the response will be like from your fans and anyone who comes across PYRA?
I hope my music can change the world in a better way in either like a small scale or a big scale. That's my ultimate goal. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So do you have like a goal for the EP in terms of, it has to reach this amount of viewers or this amount of plays, or do you have a goal for it?
I don't have a goal for the EP, but I do have a goal for like my music career that I want to play at Coachella within 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's still the goal. It's been my goal since forever, and it's still the goal. But like, pandemic sucks.
That is true.
Okay. All right. So I think we've spoken about the EP already. So like, it's time for us to play the preview. So you guys ready? This is PYRA on AFL Radio.
And Bangkok babies are designer. Bet you wondering if I gonna vagina. Wow, that's crazy. Yellow fever. Everyone's reminders. Living to survive. What have we done? What's going on? They just wanna put the blame on us. They just wanna reprimand us. I don't ever know the truth, just dystopia in love. Get on my Bangkok. Jump on my Bangkok. Get on my Bangkok. Plastic world, where the truth don't hurt and the lies you will. Diamonds, pearls, what's the worth? It's on the plastic world,
Woo!
Woo! Congratulations on the release of the EP. I kind of like Plastic World the most, actually. It's just very upbeat and happy.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
pop track. That's the
Yeah.
pop track we're talking about.
Well, you kind of hit your target right there.
Mhm.
So, are you working on anything at the moment? Will there be, any more releases in the next couple of months, perhaps?
So the plan is to drop a single every month. So there's gonna be 3 single this year, and which is gonna be compiled into Fucking Bad Part 2.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of music coming, but I'm not sure when we can actually shoot the video. So the next 2 video is gonna be like 3D animated. Yeah.
Nice.
Very
Mhm.
cool. That's actually what my bandmates were telling me. I mean, not my bandmates, but my guitarist, he was telling me, we're still in lockdown, we have to shoot a new music video for this new song. Why don't we just do a 3D animated one? But then I'm like, well, it's just different, I just want a band shot and like a little bit more traditional. So hopefully, on our side, things will clear up soon. But yeah, there are tons of really good 3D animators everywhere, on Fiverr especially. So yeah.
You
Definitely.
can go on Minecraft and then like play as a band
Yeah.
on Minecraft or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should explore that too.
I'm just curious, Pyra, are there challenges for you when it comes to, changing yourself from who you are, behind the stage and who you are on stage?
No, not at all. It feels like too natural that I'm quite confused too. Like, how do I do this? But it's pretty natural because for me, it feels like the place I belong to is on stage, and I do
Yeah.
want to get that slot, like as many as possible, because
Nice.
that's what I yearn for all the time. I feel like I'm born to perform. Yeah, this is my favorite part of my life. Like, not making music, not doing like, I don't know, every step of music I prefer is performing. Let's say that.
For sure.
Have
Me
you-
too. I totally
Have you
agree.
always wanted to do this? Did you ever have a different ambition? When we go to school, right, they'll ask you, what is your ambition? Has it always been to be a performer?
Actually, I used to hate performing so much. When I first started off as a bedroom producer, I feel like why the hell do we have to go out and perform? Like, I like myself indoor like this. I don't want to go out. Can't I just make music and like not perform? Yeah, but then things kind of changed because I was making music for myself, just for myself, right? But then after going out, I experienced something that the crowd give back to me in return, and that was like a hell lot of energy, and that's so fulfilling to my career, and that feeds on to me making more music for them. So yeah, that kind of energetic communication vibration is something I'm really addicted to, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
nice.
When the what's that? When traveling is allowed again, you definitely have to come to Malaysia to play. And And please tell them that you want me to be your liaison. So I will bring you around. I'll pick you up from the airport, and we'll do
Okay.
all that stuff.
What's
'cause,
the festival in Malaysia that I should play at?
one of the biggest ones right now, that your music would belong to so well, would be Good Vibes. Yeah, so Good Vibes, is definitely the main one. There's another one that's more artsy. It's called Urbanscapes. Well, in 2019, I actually
Okay.
worked on it too. Yeah, so that's also another festival that you should want to get on. But yeah, I mean, there are no signs of these guys wanting to do anything at this
Yeah,
point of
yeah.
time yet. Yeah, but when it does, I'm sure there'll be a lot of requests for like artists and stuff like that. So, definitely need to play these festivals.
Definitely
right.
need to do that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
All right, so we've come to the point on the show where we actually play a little game. Today we're going to play my favorite three. So I'll ask you three questions, which you have to give us three answers for every question. Okay? So basically, it's the first thing that comes on to your mind. Darren, are you ready with question number one?
Yep, let's go. All right, quick questions. Just three things, okay? This game is called Three Things. What are three things you would do once this whole pandemic is over?
Perform, travel, be happy.
All right.
All right, question number two. What are three issues that you want to write about in your songs, which you haven't written yet?
Three issues. What haven't I? I'm not sure if there's three, but I really want to write about the dark side of the music industry because that's what I've recently discovered, and it's so bad and so unfair to the artists, and that's really something I really want to expose, and I will.
Do you have two more that you'd like to?
No.
So
No,
just focus
just
on
one.
one. Fair enough. Next question.
But I'm gonna make 3 songs out of that, so.
Oh, wow. That's that much content in there.
An EP.
Yeah. All right, cool. The last question, okay, quick one. What are three things you hope people will relate to when they see PYRA?
Oh, it's hard to relate to me, honestly. That's what everybody says. But I think I'm more relatable on TikTok. I'm kind of like more. I wear less makeup because I'm at home on TikTok. So what people can relate, I think people actually follows me because I give them confidence. Yeah, and now a lot of my followers, like 80% of my audience are female. So like what they can relate to me is probably about like being themselves and about like this confident being you. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So if someone's actually looking up to you and they want to be like you, but they don't know how to start or where to go or how to do it, what would your advice be?
Stop thinking and do it. Yeah,
Nice,
stop
short
caring
and sweet.
about everything else. Stop caring about what people would think about you and just take action. Right now.
Don't wait
All right.
any longer.
Yeah. I have one last question to add. If you were to pick, I mean, of course, you already said it, but if you were to pick the best song out of the brand new EP, for people to listen to, which one would it be?
If I were to pick for someone else, I would pick Plastic World for sure. Like it's easier to understand and to vibe with for the general public. Yeah, Plastic World.
Very nice.
Right.
Cool.
So we've come to the end of the show already. PYRA, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We really
Thank
do
you guys
appreciate
too.
it. And we learned so much from you as well. So, continue making great music, continue spreading the awareness through your music as well. I love the fact that you kind of predict things before it even happens. So we kind of have to be careful when your songs drop in the future.
You have to
But
watch
yeah,
your back.
exactly.
That's why it's called fucking bad. It's like all the bad prophecy. Mhm.
So yeah, thank you once again for joining us. I'm gonna wish you a fantastic day ahead, and take care of yourself. Stay safe always. Yeah,
You guys too,
You.
please invite me again and thank you.
For sure, for sure. Anytime.
for sure. Take care, Pyra. Bye
All
bye.
right, take care.
Bye bye.
So there you go, Pyra from Bangkok, right here on AFO Radio. That was very nice. I learned so much from her, but I really do I really do like her candy-ish image. I love that. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing I like so much about her is that, like, she is 100% invested into her art, you know, and 100% like, she breathes that, you know. Like, it's all about her music, you know, it's about creating content, and she understands it fully, you know. So it's meeting these two things, you know, which is music business and also, you know, the creative side of things, you know. And I know, like, from my conversations before when we were in Japan, you know, we were talking, and she knows exactly what she wants, you know. She, you know, pretty much, you know, has everything planned out, you know, and that's what makes a great artist. All right, so, like, for people who are watching this, you know, especially if you're an artist, it's not so much about, okay lah, you know, I'm just gonna put out a song and that's it, right? You know, you gotta have to plan it out, you know. It's about the content and stuff, and then yeah, and that's really what it is, you know. You can't just be sitting around and thinking, okay, you know, why am I not big, you know, I have this killer track, but why am I not big, you know? Like, you will never get anywhere if you don't actually work for it, you know. So Pyra's
Yeah.
worked so hard, you know, and you know, just becoming who, like, this person that she is right now, you know, with her music, with the issues, you know, like, everything's thought off, you know. It's not like, okay lah, I'm just gonna write a song, you know. Everything's planned out, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
She's
that's
really
what I
invested in her
invested for sure. Yeah.
in the business
So-
and in herself as well. I think
Yeah.
that's the most important. So, you know, we are at a point where we will, you know, suggest more songs for you to check out over the weekend. And Darren, it's time for us to play pop-up picks. What do we have?
Yeah. So for picks this week, again, it's also on the playlist that I made called New Malaysian Releases. We've got a couple, you know, that are a little bit more explicit, you know, hip hop, rap-ish stuff, you know, but you guys can go and check it out yourselves. But I need to play you this one that's a little bit different. Again, this guy, you know, young boy, 18 years old, still in school studying, and just going crazy with his releases. Okay, this next one is called Get It Right by Karazi. I will call him just Crazy. And featuring an artist who was born in Taiwan but relocated to US. Now, yeah, so let's check it out. This track's called Get It Right. It's a folk pop dance-ish track.
This is nice.
In the middle of the night, I wake up in a cold sweat, and I really don't know why. When there's no one around to fight, can't escape, can't erase my history. So I guess I'll have to let it be. I guess that I'll make peace with me. I know we're only human. We fall, but we burn so bright. I know we're only human. It's so hard to get it right. One day we're gonna get it right. One day we're gonna get it right. One day we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right.
Yeah, so it's very different from what he has produced, you know, but, you know, he's just trying new things, and I think he did it right. You know, this is a little bit different. for
Yeah.
sure. But a cool track. So yeah, let's check this next one out. This is, I would think it's a dancey track. This is by Sophia Fretskill and Furo. It's called Back to Paradise.
I knew the day that I met you, I'd never forget. And to go back again, I'd want nothing less. 'Cause I see you in my dreams, I see you and I feel you all over me. I want you 'cause you got that thing that I need, I can't deny it. I miss the memories, 'cause I can't escape your love. Dreaming of the summer sky, underneath just you and I can't escape your love. Take me back to paradise and sun and blue skies.
Very cool. I mean, Sophia's a great songwriter, and she's still young, she's maybe, I don't know, I think she's maybe 20, 21 now.
Early 20s, yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
because when I was managing her, she was just still really young. But cool, what a great songwriter, amazing singer, perfect voice. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so this last one is by Ezra Cairo and Ellen D. It's an R&B track. It's called Lose. So let's check this one out. And I hope that, the weekend's here pretty much. It's Friday. So let's just kick back and enjoy and just take it easy. Yeah, let's check this one out.
I will love you even when you're gone. Why can't you just let me be free? God, I've never felt so alone. You were the best part of me. I won't stop for red light, but I've been waiting for you to call me all night. All eyes on you, I'm running. Baby, you know I can't keep feeling love and lost without you. Know that I won't live to doubt that you and I might fall through. Now that you're not home, now mama, can we ride till we die? Ride till the wheels fall off and we slide. Now that you're gone, do you think of me at all? I will love you even when you're gone. Why can't you just let me be free?
Cool. What a cool track, man.
Why do I get like a Justin Bieber vibe
Yeah,
that's coming
yeah.
from the track, right?
Right?
Very nice. Well, I'm actually quite happy that there's so many releases over the past week and
Yeah.
really good tracks as well. So, as you go into the weekend, there's so much that you can actually listen to and explore, because we are pretty blessed to have a lot of really good talent. So go check them out for sure. If not, if you don't know where to go, okay, go and check out Darren's list on Spotify. And what is the list called, Darren?
Yeah, it's called New Malaysian Releases. All right, so go and check it out because it's available. I mean, it's free, right? Just go on. That right now there's 241 tracks on there, so it's good. And definitely check out PYRA stuff as well. Go watch all her music videos. If you guys ever get to watch her live, which I hope will probably be next year. I will make sure that happens. But she's one of those artists that if you don't catch her, you will probably never have that opportunity again. Yeah, because she's gonna just blow up and probably never come back to Malaysia. But yeah, so that's what it is. Go on, check out all these cool tracks. Froya has a new release as well. Crinkle Cut has a new release too, and a bunch of other tracks. So go on, check it all out.
Definitely. I want to say hi to Reshma who's tuning in. Thank you so much for the love, and thank you so much for tuning in as well. And to everyone who's watched us throughout the past hour, thanks so much for your support. Don't forget, the show will still be here, so you can like, share, and make sure other people watch it as well to find out more about all these amazing artists that we feature on the show
Exactly.
every Friday. Now, of course, if you are an artist and you have a song that you've released or an EP or an album and you'd like to be featured on the show, you can. All you got to do is drop us an email to popupstagemy@gmail.com. And once we get that email, we will respond and we'll schedule you for a show as well. All right, so I think we're done today.
We're done.
Thank you so much for all your support and all your love. We're going to wish you a fantastic weekend ahead. Enjoy your Merdeka Day, or rather, it's called Hari Kebangsaan, so your National Day next Tuesday. And take a listen to all those great patriotic songs, though. Malaysian inspired music by our local artists that we played earlier on the bulletin board. Okay.
Exactly.
Darren, anything else that you'd like to add before we say goodbye?
That's it. I mean, if you guys are dining out and all that, stay safe, do all the right things. We want to, be as, I guess, disciplined as possible so we can quickly end this lockdown. I want to shoot a music video lah. So, yeah, let's do that.
Happy Merdeka Day. Thank you so much for the message. You guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy the National Day. And, despite everything that's happening, remember that we are still one and we are still together in this fight, okay? Especially against the pandemic. So let's do this, all right? Till we see you again next week, same time, same place. You take care. And bye-bye now.